Welcome back. It is exactly 7 minutes after 8 o'clock, and the first story of the morning is regarding a woman, Anthea Houston. She was engaged in a protest very peacefully, held up a Palestinian banner when a marathon runner passed by and shoved her out of the way, causing her to take a fall, a very heavy fall on the ground. She's knocked her head, and as I understand, she is still currently in hospital. Online, we have her daughter, Juanita Pandy, and let's hear what is the latest with her mom. And I sincerely hope that the family are going to take legal action against this bully. Very good morning to you, Juanita. Welcome to the program. And first off, how is your mother doing?
Morning, and thank you for inviting me to speak on this. My mother is actually she's still in hospital. The doctor is not comfortable to discharge her as yet. She has severe head injury, a very bad concussion, and some of the symptoms are still concerning for him. So we were hoping she would be discharged yesterday, but unfortunately, um, we are hoping today she might be discharged, but he needs to further monitor the symptoms.
Okay, our prayers and thoughts are with your mother and the rest of the family. Talk to us about exactly what happened. Were you with your mom when this incident took place?
No, I wasn't. But soon after the incident happened, I was with her throughout the rest of the day. So her accounts, we did lay a charge with the police. So I'm familiar with the details as per her account of what happened.
I understand that the SAP were not very keen on taking a statement from the family. They were very dismissive when you approached them. What exactly did they say to you when you tried to lay a charge?
So initially, what happened was it was the police that was actually on site at the marathon. There's a video that's circulating that a woman took running after the attacker to say, "How are you going to leave this woman on the floor?" And you can see a police vehicle in the back. We spoke to Cape Town Marathon. Organizer who said his representative that he spoke to from the police described it as a minor incident. Um, and I told him it doesn't matter how someone wants to describe the incident. The facts reflect that she then remained on the floor actually because the injury was so bad, she hit the tar, that she remained on the floor for an hour waiting for an ambulance. The paramedics weren't comfortable enough to move her either. Metro police responded. But subsequently, once we got to the hospital and I called them and I asked them to come through and take a statement, they did. Once the investigating officer was appointed, they've also been proactive. So I am trusting and hoping that they will move swiftly with the arrest.
Okay, what if the people, the eyewitness account, what did they
Mm,
indicate? What exactly happened? Did your mom, kind of approach the guy to put the banner in front
mm,
of his face, or why did he strike out at
no.
her?
Yeah, not at all actually. So this was towards the end of the days. The crowds were dwindling. There was a lot of open space. Even on the video, if you happen to see it, you will realize that the guys walking. There's not many runners coming past him. There's a lot of space in the road. And so they were on the side. My mother was moving to the other side of the road. But there was ample space. She didn't think that he would even be attacking her. She was clearly marked in Palestinian gear. She had the scarf on. She didn't have a placard. They didn't exchange any words. Unprovokedly, he went to her. He hit her twice. The way she accounts it's with a fist like this, do against the chest and a little bit on her chin. And then ran off.
Sure. Um, we also understand that as he ran off somewhere along the route to possibly the finishing line, He
mm,
must have realized what he did was illegal, was wrong. He might land himself into a lot of trouble. And then for somehow, somewhere along the route, he changed his running number. That is what we are led to believe.
mm.
Do you know anything else as regarding that incident is
Yeah.
concerned?
So what I can say is, we later came to understand, like I'm not in the running community, and I've never ran a marathon. But what I understand is your front number is the number registered to the race. The back number is your license number. So when we put in the license number, it actually led us to a other female. But when we use the front number, we could locate or get his alleged identity. So I'm not too sure how that comes about, but we have informed the Western Province Athletics as well as Cape Town Marathon. I provided them with the images. They said they were going to, Cape Town Marathon said they were going to try and contact him, find out his version of the story. I also just want to highlight, even if it was an accident or however he wants to put it, he left her lying on the ground. He didn't know who she was. She didn't shout at him. Everyone accounts for that. And he ran off and he still hasn't contacted us. He's made absolutely no contact, which shows that he was motivated otherwise beyond my mother being a human. Anyone else would have shown compassion.
Absolutely. Um, have you, as a family, tried to contact him, or because you've now laid a charge of, I should imagine, crime and injuria, or common assault, or whatever it might
Mm.
be, did that prevent you from trying to contact him?
No, we if we could contact him, we definitely would. The problem that we have is that we can't find him on social media. The community has been so actively trying to help us locate him, get his details. I've asked both organizations if they have details for him, but unfortunately, we don't have that.
Do you think the organizations are covering up for him? They don't want to get involved, and they're trying to protect him without, not providing with the necessary
mm,
info?
mm. What I can say is that I can't speak on behalf of Western Province Athletics SA. I wouldn't say that either organization is trying to do that. When I spoke to Cape Town Marathon organizer the second time yesterday, he informed me that the police contacted him. He shared the information with him, and he will leave the investigation with them now to handle.
Okay, Juanita, just to let you know that I was in conversation yesterday with
Mm,
Nazir Paulson from the EFF. He's aware of the
mm,
situation as well. He took very strong objection to what had happened. And I suggest that if you do, if you do get some pushback from either the police or
mm.
the bully, I'm not even sure how to refer to him. I
Yeah.
suggest you get in touch with Nazir Paulson. I have no doubt in my mind that they would support you as a family regarding
Mm,
taking this person and making him accountable for
yeah.
his heinous deed. So
Yeah.
that's where I'd like to leave it. And please do that. And we will be in touch with you to check on the progress of your mom and the progress of the case as well. What are you hoping in closing? What are you hoping will be? We hope and pray your mom's going to be okay. But
Yeah.
what is it that you as a family want out of the situation?
Mm. I think we definitely want justice. We want the colonization of Palestine to end. Um, I just want to share something on Saturday. My mother is was being featured in an exhibition for Leo Tutu, the late Archbishop's wife. Um, Exhibition for 90 remarkable women for their activism during the struggle and the liberation.
Wow.
And the and on Saturday she was celebrated for the actions. But on Sunday, that very same action saw her on the ground. And so I think
Being
it also
attacked.
highlights that the struggle still continues. We have liberation in South Africa. There's other places in the world that don't. And so people might try and say, this is not the place for it, or this is absolutely the place for it. That is never allowed. We have rights here. These other countries that don't have rights. So, like Palestine. And so I hope that this brings also awareness for the need to stand up and voice your opinion, because no one, whether he disagreed or not, a thumbs down and running on is completely within his right. But to physically assault someone for believing and standing in solidarity for justice and for equality, it doesn't make sense to me in today's day and age how that can fly. So we are hoping for justice. We will see it through. Um, yeah, and I am very grateful to the community and the organizers, Salt River Heritage Society, and the Palestinian campaign, because are also really helping us get eyewitnesses. We won't leave it here. We will take it further.
One more thing, Juanita, you indicated that your mom was uh, uh, awarded or recognized for her work of activism over the years. She was an anti apartheid activist,
Yeah.
obviously, and that runs deep. Deep, deep within
Yes.
her absolute soul. That is why she was at the protest march on Sunday,
Yes.
making a stand, making her, her beliefs known to the rest of the world. Do you believe this was a random attack, or do you think that the person might have
No.
known who she was?
I don't think the person knew who she was. It was alleged, and we're still trying to find the lady, that he had expressed distaste and he was rude to her further down before he had reached my mother. People, the way they describe it is he could have avoided her. He chose to go towards her, and she had the flag. She wasn't shouting. I definitely don't think he knew her. I think for him, she was just not
A
sharing
soft
views that he
target.
has. Yeah,
Hmm.
and he chose the wrong target.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
At this point in time, has he been identified? Do you, as a family, know his name, and perhaps where is he from? And what have you been advised? Are you allowed, because there's now going to be a legal case opened against him? Are you allowed to share his name publicly?
no one has said we cannot. Reasonably, we believe him to be a certain man. It's public knowledge. If you type in Cape Town Marathon app and you type in the number that he had indicated on the front, you'll have the details to his name. So it's not that we are sharing information that isn't accessible to the public. However, until it's confirmed that it's him, we don't want to. Um, create any strife for someone that it isn't. Because
Okay,
that's also important. The aim is not the aim is to get him, not
absolutely. The wrong
not
person.
other people. Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. Juanita, our best wishes for a speedy recovery for your mom. We hope and pray that she does recover from this ordeal. It's going to be a long time. Physically, she may recover, but I think mentally and
yeah,
emotionally, it's going to haunt her for a very, very long time going forward, very especially the fact that she was an activist and here she gets attacked by a white man. It brings back
yeah.
horrors of the apartheid era. But our best
Mm,
wishes, duas, and for a very speedy recovery. And I'm sure we will be connecting with you, or perhaps even your mom, when she's well
yeah.
enough to talk to us about the incident. So please pass that on to your mom from all of us here at Salam Media. And God bless. Thank you indeed for still being such an
Shukran.
active family.
Shukran, and thank you so much for the platform that you provide in raising awareness.
Absolutely. Juanita Pandy, thank you once again and go well. It is exactly 8:21 a.m. News and Views on Salam Media. We will be taking our first ad break for the morning, and thereafter we'll be joined by anti-apartheid activist Dr. Alan Busak.